Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Larosas Pepsi Queen of TV Bowling. I'm Tom Brenneman, along with Bo Hudipole and David Newrath. This morning, the Penthouse Lanes in St. Bernard, and Bo, two fine bowlers this morning.
They certainly are. Both ladies average almost 200. We should see a fine match today.
David, tell us a little bit about each of the bowlers.
Well, both Ann and Jennifer have exceptionally strong releases in the women's category. Contrasting styles, not today. Very similar, as a matter of fact. Both ladies will be playing about the 10th board on the lanes. Powerful strikes, powerful competitors. It's going to be a good match.
Well, we'll look for that coming up next on the Larosas Pepsi Queen of TV Bowling. Stay with us.
Welcome to the Queen of Bowling, brought to you by Larosas. If you like pizza, you'll love Larosas. And by Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
See the style of Ann Tubbs, like I said, right over the second arrow, 10th board. Nice release, good action on the pins. Jennifer, again, one of the stronger releases of the women bowlers in the city. Getting that ball a little snug in the pocket, but the ball action that we're going to be seeing today, Tommy, is it's going to be a little stronger than what we used to see, but the women bowlers in general are coming up every year in the quality of the competition.
Well, we're getting ready to get started. You're looking at Ann Tubbs kicking things off on the Larosas Pepsi Queen of TV Bowling, and I'm sure she's not real happy about that kind of start.
No, starting out with the washout, the 1, 2, 4, 10. It's a difficult way to start the match. Generally comes from getting to the line too quickly, Tommy, and flailing the ball out to the right.
Ann Tubbs, a registered nurse from Cincinnati, Ohio, out at Bethesda Hospital. And she's going to try to doctor up
in the area
today. Almost got it, looked like, but an open frame in the first. And now it'll be Jennifer Klekamp.
Jennifer, as you see, is pretty intent on winning. She puts a lot of work in on her game. She's developed one of the finer releases in the women's division in our city, and that only comes from hard work and a lot of practice games, Tommy.
Of course, she had the opportunity to do a lot of practicing since her father owns Western Bowl, and she started bowling at the age of 4 or 5, she said, and of course at Western.
Still gets out there about 3 times a week. Yeah, I guess that would help if Dad owned the lane. Don't even have to pay for it that way, do you? Picks up the spare in the first.
She said she probably did dishes at home or something, Tommy. You know.
Right. Uh-huh. Dad, I'm going bowling. I'll see you later. That was right after dinner when it was time for the dishes to be done.
That's right. That's the way I always worked it.
Why do I believe that, Bo? You have any problem believing that?
My mom and dad are laughing right now because it's the truth. I had it down to a science. Jennifer, again, eyes are just so intent on hitting it. There you go. That's in the area.
You called it. 10 down.
Like I said at the onset, Bo, you watched them in practice. Both ladies trying to play right about the second arrow, 10th board on the lane, and when they do, they strike. There appears to be a little area inside of that. 11th board will probably strike, but it looks if they would swing it out to about the 7th board. That's what happened to Ann Tubbs, the first frame left lane. Let's see if she can calm down on the right lane.
Ann Tubbs, and you could just tell when that basically was let go, she was in trouble.
That's right. Bo, you've seen it a million times. Overcompensating frame 2 for a wide shot. She pulled that shot right up on the nose. You're looking at the 6-10. Not a difficult spare, but chopped far too many times for any of us to want to shoot it.
You know, I think that psychologically you have a disadvantage shooting at the end pins, and that's where you lose actually the circumference of one whole bowling ball to the right of the 10 pin. And a lot of times people feel they can't make it, like Ann just did.
Boy, she missed that.
You know, the one thing I did notice in the warm-ups, Bo, and I found it quite curious again, but I do not talk to the bowlers. I don't give recommendations, and I don't ask questions other than about their background.
Thank goodness.
I couldn't believe that neither player was throwing cross lane to get the feel for the lanes. Why do you think that would be?
I don't know. I think maybe nerves may have something to do with it. Just the idea that they're not considering, practicing that shot. They normally do in league play.
There you go.
There you go. So after the first 2 open frames, Ann Tubbs nails them all down.
And throws an absolutely beautiful shot. There we see it, right over the 10th board, 10.5 maybe. Good rotation on the ball. Fills up the 1-3 pocket. There's a 5-pin, and the 10-pin gets a little friendly nudge from our 6-pin. Jennifer Hoinke, right lane, lane 10.
David, that's Jennifer Klekamp.
Oh, hey, whoa. Years.
I know, it's hard to change.
Years of calling her Jennifer Hoinke.
Now, this is Jennifer's first time on television. And boy, she's starting out in the right manner, picking up a spare and working on 2 strikes.
Well, Jennifer's actually been our queen previously. In the 3 years that she's been qualifying, she was our queen twice. Of course, the women did not make the TV appearance and bowl the game on television, but she did obtain that title.
Well, we found that can make a difference in some and absolutely no difference in others being on TV.
That's true.
And it's obviously not making any difference to Jennifer Klekamp whatsoever. She's just like a regular day at the Western Bowl.
Tom, let me tell you something. Watch this ball. She's going to pull it a little bit. Well, no, right over the 10th board, but her elbow flew out, killed the roll. The ball's going to deflect through the pocket, almost leaves the 4, but that's the 2-pin doing the damage on the 4. Ann Tubbs has got a tough competitor in front of her right now in Jennifer Klekamp.
I want to mention that we are qualifying today again as usual. We are at Hyde's Lanes in White Oak, and if anyone would like to go out and qualify, especially the ladies, we'd like to see some more ladies come out and try out. Call Hyde's Lanes to make a reservation.
We're still waiting, and of course we've been talking about it a couple of weeks now.
Well, we could talk about it right after this. You can see the score sheet tells a grim, grim story for Ann Tubbs. 17 in the second, 2 open frames to Jennifer's 50. Obviously a 33-pin disadvantage, and without the strike working, actually makes it 43.
Well, she picks up the spare, nicely done right there. And of course, what David and I and Bo were referring to is when. When will that day come?
Tommy,
we'll have David Newrath joining us.
I've got some bad news. Tommy, for me and for you, you can't pick on me anymore. It won't be this year. I've had some back problems that we have to get into. We're going in for some testing very soon, so I'm not bowling at all.
Sorry to hear that, Dave.
Yeah, it's a lot of miles on this 35-year-old body. We got to go in and replace a part.
All right, Ann Tubbs looks like she's starting to get it together after a rough start. Picks up the strike, the spare, and another strike.
57 in the 4th frame. Jennifer working on a 3-bagger. We've got 5 more frames for Ann Tubbs, 6 for Jennifer. If Jennifer keeps filling frames, there's a very good chance she can win the crown today, but do not count Ann Tubbs out.
Looked like she hit that one well.
Wow, what a way to come off a string, Tommy. Let's take a look at it on the replay if we could, please. The 6-pin, second one from the right-hand side of your screen, is not going to do its job. Watch it right here. It goes up, around the neck, the belly missing by narrowest of margins, maybe a ½ inch.
Jennifer really has a lot of accomplishments behind her, and that's why she's, I think, so poised on the lanes today. 1984, she was the Inquirer's Woman Bowler of the Year. She has won the City Doubles Championship with Nancy Sieg. And she won the Bowl Down Cancer Finals last year. In 1986, she shot a 718 scratch.
How was that Inquirer Woman of the Bowler of the Year determined?
That's through a lot of different tournaments and points that you accumulate by average in league, by rowing 700 series, by bowling in sanctioned tournaments. There's so many of them, it's hard to really go through, but they have to be very competitive and they have to bowl a lot of tournaments in order to pick up the points, and Jennifer bowled the tournaments and did well.
Wow, what a shot. What a way to come off. After a crank 10-pin, what are we going to see? A rip rack, 5-pin. Second one back, middle part of your screen. Watch it. Hacksaws out. We got a Red Sea strike on our hands. This girl is hot. Jennifer wants to win.
She is hot. No question about it, on a roll right now.
Our ladies are shooting for some real nice prize money, too. with $300 going to the winner and $150 going to second place.
And that ain't hay.
And Tubbs.
4-7. Not a difficult spare. I visualize no problems with Ann bringing this one back. She'll play it from the right-hand side of the lane, and hopefully the ball will carry them both out.
Well, you know, you can see obviously what a difference a fast start makes, because really over the last 4 or 5 frames, Ann's rolled some nice balls, but just fell behind early.
Pretty consistent, as you pointed out, though, Tommy. The tough start might get you every time. Jennifer keeps striking. She's consistently in the pocket, and she is very aggressive right now.
You know, we just mentioned that Jennifer's accomplishments. Ann Tubbs also holds the city doubles title and the city ladies team title. So both of them have done very well in the city tournament. Ann has also been on the all-city team.
Mark it up. Oh, did that ball deflect? Let's see if we can take a look at it here. We talk about 5 pins, weak 7s. We're going to see why we might leave a weak 7 on this ball, because it never gets to the 5. Now keep your eyes on the ball, center your screen. Watch it after it hits the head pin. Jump to the right. Right there, out of the way, just missing the 5 pin. We've got the 5, 7, 10 for a minute. The 10 goes out first, the 7 second, and the 5 pin says not today.
And Tubbs again working to pick up that spare. Picks it up, but right now Jennifer Klekamp just on a roll.
You know, Jennifer is leading our women's qualifier right now from Saturday over at Hyde's. She shot a 672 yesterday, and a young lady, I don't recognize her name, Nicole Mortensen, is sitting in the second position at this time with a 566 series. 558's cashing for the ladies.
There you go. What a shot is this girl on the string here. I tell you what, Jennifer is throwing the ball as well as anyone could expect her to, and that's why she could shoot 298 at the U.S. Open with cameras rolling, lights on, and reporters all around. Tommy, she is a competitor.
I think it's the ability to block out what's happening around you. She has that confidence in herself.
She certainly looks confident up there right now. Things going all her way. And there might be another one, and indeed it is. Boy, the lady is really doing it.
Absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing an exhibition of exactly what to do should you ever appear on this queen of bowling. That's hit the pocket a lot, and with the powerful release that we talked about earlier in the show, you're going to carry most of your shots.
And Tubbs, and I guess we can't say it enough times, she's really come around about these last 5 frames, but
the consistency right there, you see it again over the 10th board. What else can you do? The powerful roll, no deflection this time. No way. 10 pins in the pit. Every pin doing its job, Tom.
Every pin doing its job.
I love that, David. That means you must have missed something.
That's right. No, not on that one. That was slow enough. I could handle that one.
How about that?
Oh, let's take a look at this one, Tommy. Pin action. We talked about it again. Powerful releases. It's the only way you're going to get this head pin to do what it's going to do. Watch it. Center your screen head pin. It's a triptych to get this one, ladies and gentlemen, to the left wall. Comes off the left wall. A scout crossbody block into the 5. Catch you later. Ann Tubbs does not want to back out of here without showing us that she is a fine bowler and a great competitor.
You know, I love how both ladies finish at the line. They're so strong, and their release is so strong. The knee is bent, and that's so important in keeping the shoulders and the head down. Both of them have a lot of power because of that. That's
a good point, Bo. And before the match, I was down in the pit area and watching both releases, and they're as strong as most men. It was amazing for me to watch. It's the first time I've had an opportunity to go down lane and watch it. And boy, they really ripped the bottom out of the ball. Jennifer Hoinke at this pace would finish with 269.
Jennifer Klekamp just barreling them down. That is now 5 in a row.
5 in a row with a crash in the 5th. Here, take a look at it here. Absolutely fantastic. 1-3 filled up. What can you say? Perfection personified. Jennifer Klekamp, 11th frame. 269's the game in front of her. She strikes on this ball and one more.
Oh, not going to go. Looked like she might get it.
You know, there's a lot of tournaments in Cincinnati that the ladies have the opportunity to participate in. And one of them is Harrison Bowl has its 17th annual 369 tournament. And I think it starts, looking at the dates, April 4th and 5th.
You caught a glimpse of the scorecard. Jennifer will finish with 258. The best Ann Tubbs could do at this point if she were to strike out in the 8th, 9th, which she's already done, and the 10th, would be 206. A fine game, but today it would be 50 pins short.
You know, that Harrison Bowl, though, taking a look at the sheet here, there is some big bucks.
That's right. First place handicap is $3,500 and first place scratch is $1,500. If you don't know the format, the 369 tournament is where they get an automatic strike in the 3rd to 6th and the 9th frame, and they have the opportunity to throw big games.
What's this? What? You get free strikes?
Yeah.
And those would be the only ones you and I get.
Tommy, let's go.
That's right.
That is April the 4th and 5th at Harrison. They can call to make a reservation. It's a great, fun tournament.
Ann Tubbs, tough break, ringing 10, right lane, first ball on the 10th. She needed that one to get into the 200 category, but after a shaky start, finishes with a very, very good ending until dumping that one into the drench.
Well, the two shake hands, a fine match, but Jennifer Klekamp just too much. We're going to take a break. Stay with us on the Larosas Pepsi Queen of TV Bowling. Welcome back to the Penthouse Lanes right here in the heart of St. Bernard, and on the Queen of TV Bowling, Jennifer Klekamp, a 258 today. And David, you talked about her powerful style at the beginning, and boy, it went well.
Sure is nice to make a prediction and have it come true. Jen, you have one of the most powerful releases that I've seen in the city for a while. Is it something you worked on for a little bit?
No, I'd say the basics were always there. Over the years, practice and a lot of league play and competition, and it just got to what it is now.
Well, I've got something now, too. Okay. It's a plaque for you so you can be on time to all your tournaments.
All right.
On behalf of the ball shop, it's beautiful. I'd like to present that to you, but Tommy's got something that might be a little more interesting.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this just a minute ago. Jennifer, $300 from the BPA King of Bowling. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, this was a lot of fun. You know, I wanted to win. You know, I was really up for this morning. And to bowl that good, I'm just totally thrilled. Just totally thrilled.
Congratulations. A 258 for Jennifer this morning. And coming up next, it's the King of TV Bowling. Stick around. Coming up next.
Queen of Bowling has been brought to you by Pepsi, the choice of a new generation, and by Larosas. If you like pizza, you'll love Larosas.